it. I mean, he's just the reason why I do what I do. And yes, you know, all this is great. Mm-hmm. You know, making history, doing all these things that I'm doing. But for me, getting on a bigger platform only opens up the doors for me to tell people about his goodness and spread his word and show these children, okay, when you stick to the plan and you stay focused and you keep God first, you keep your family first, you know, you have a good team around you, this is what can happen.
Trying to be fire like, bruh, we in the field, we in the field, bruh, we in the field, we in the field. Just put it in work, we raising the bar. Tuned in to the Trackstarz.
Yeah, back in the field with the Trackstarz. Ryan Righteous, Sean Tanner, DJ Jeremiah. Make sure you go to trackstarz.com for all the latest. And we got a lot of stuff going on this year, man. So stay with us. Join the Trackstarz Universe. If you're an artist, sign up for Nectar. Go to nectardistro.com. We have a special guest in with us today, Santia Deck. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. It's great having you. You actually spoke with one of our partner shows, MTMV, with Rick Sincere.
Okay.
So thank you for coming in.
Appreciate it.
So we want to kind of learn a little bit more about you and what you're doing. In a couple of words, what do you do? Because I know a lot of what you do, but what do you do?
That's tough. So I'm an athlete. I play professional women's football. I'm also a business owner. So that encompasses a lot. Just to name a few, like I do fitness modeling. I'm also a online trainer as well. I wrote a book. I have a shoe line coming out. I do TV stuff. I do public speaking. Yeah, I do a lot.
It's awesome. super dynamic, right?
Yeah.
So we want to kind of break down like how you got to where you are, because we have a lot of okay people that want to be business people that watch our show. So I want to kind of dissect how you got here, so you can see if you could give some tips along the way, right? So you're known as the Queen of Abs.
Right? Yeah.
Super dynamic running back, breaking ankles, all that kind of stuff, right? So how did that start? How did you get to that place?
So with football, so I've only been playing football for about 4 years. I played flag football for most of that time, but I played a little bit of LFL, which is tackle football, and then I played rugby. So rugby kind of became my baby, and this year 2019, I was pretty much training for the Olympics for 2020. And unfortunately ended up, getting an injury, other things factored into that as well, but I did make it. And so I kind of went through a small depression, was kind of just, in a bad place. For athletes that's on that journey, it takes a lot. Took everything out of me, literally, to where I burnt out. And so I didn't know what God had next for me at that point. So I just remember getting on my knees and pretty much giving it to God and saying, whatever you have for me, I'm going to do it. And about 2 months later, I get this call with the WFLA, and we here now. So that's how I got to this point. And as far as my business, I started my business right out of college. So I kind of had a plan as soon as I graduated. As soon as I graduated, I filmed my fitness DVD. Then I filmed my talk show. Then I had a supplement line. Then I went on tour. So I just kind of was like this coming out of college. But I have a great mom. She's also my manager. So she kind of made sure I was good coming out. And that's how I got here.
What put you on the fitness track in the first place? Like, what was the motivating factor behind that?
I'm an athlete, so it's like I knew how to get myself in shape, and then I used to always just give my friends and just random people at the gym that'd be like, oh, like, how do you do this? So I was like, you know what, I'm also get certified. So I got certified as a junior in college, and so I did some training. I was training people, also going to class and being an athlete. So when I graduated, I kind of already knew what I was doing, and yeah.
So it's just been a lifelong thing for you.
Literally, yeah, like
really?
Since I was born.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So I mean, you've been able to launch this passion of yours, because I saw you were on the Kelly Clarkson, whatever.
Kelly Clarkson.
Clarkson.
Yeah.
I like her too. I don't remember her name. So like, that's a big deal. You know what I mean? Like, you're doing some really cool stuff. So How did that come about? Like, where did you get this social media following that you have?
Well, literally, she came through social media, through Instagram. Like, honestly, all my opportunities come through Instagram, to be honest. DMs. Like, I got on the Steve Austin show.
I don't even look
Wait, you got to rewind though. What are you posting to be getting this type of attention though? Like, are you posting like demos? Are you doing challenges?
She's
like,
killing people on her Instagram.
You killing people? What
like,
you
literally killing people.
I mean, I mean, so how I really started with Instagram was when I was in college. You know, I ran track. I had a track and field scholarship, so I started posting my workouts. And from there, people started like, oh, like, I like what you're doing. Like, I like how, you know, your stomach and everything. And so, like, eventually, like, people just started following me because they wanted to know what I was going to do the next day.
Gotcha.
And I used to do crazy stuff, like stuff that you shouldn't even be doing, you know. But it, you know, it started getting attention. And so that started growing. So when I graduated, I think I had maybe like, I don't know if I had like 35K or 30K, something like that. Oh my
goodness.
Yeah. And so eventually my mom was like, you know, we need to make this into a brand.
On, moms.
And she was like, well, I was like, well, what should I be? No, she said, what do you want to be? And I was like, I don't know, maybe like Princess of Abs. And she was like, why be a princess when you can be a queen?
Hey.
So then that's how Queen of Abs, you know, came to life. And then after that, I graduated and I was still posting my workouts. I was training for the Olympics for track. After I graduated as well. I ended up getting injured. That didn't happen. So everybody was watching my journey like, okay, you here, then you here, then you here, then you here. So I started, you know, I was able to tell a story. So people were like, okay, dang, like I'm able to see how you grown. And then I got into football. Football is what took it like over the top because when I started playing flag football, I was breaking records. I made the USA team. Julio Jones started shouting me out on his stuff, and so celebrities started taking a notice like, okay, this girl is like really out here doing stuff.
Wow.
And so after that, you know, I went viral, you know, and then bigger pages started shouting me out, and then that's when rugby came about, and rugby also helped because they're like, oh, you really trying to play like you playing tackle now. And so I played rugby. That's how I got a lot of my international followers too. And then, you know, it just started going crazy. And then next thing I know, you know, I got this opportunity, and now I was on the Kelly Clarkson show. You know, I was on Blind Date. I've been on like just a lot of different TV stuff. But it's literally social media. That's why I tell people, like, you can do whatever you want to do nowadays. To be honest, you can have any type of brand you want to have, any type of business if you know what you're doing.
Yeah. And
I literally live and breathe social media. I learned about it. I did research. I took time to really figure out what works and what doesn't work.
Gotcha.
And from there, that just kind of helped me with everything else.
That's mad. She has 416,000 followers on Instagram.
Jeez. Getting it done.
You know, I'm trying out here.
Yeah.
Just trying. Just trying. Yeah. Not doing, just trying. Yikes.
That's crazy, man.
That's amazing. Yeah. So I have a ton of questions for you. I want to kind of know, now that things are picking up, how do you decide what you're going to do? Because you did the reality show. What do you say no to?
Interviews. No, I'm playing.
I'm
just playing.
We
got a blessing. We got a blessing.
Nah, it just depends. Cause I have a whole team, so I have a manager, PR, attorney. Like, it just depends on what people, like my team feels like. Okay, you need to make sure you save your energy for this, or make sure you're not burning yourself out like I did for the Olympics.
Exactly.
So everybody's just kind of watching. You know, if it's a huge opportunity like Kelly Clarkson, then of course.
Yeah.
But if it's like a opportunity that I can kind of push off a little bit, then I probably would wait. So it just depends on the value, to be honest. So
I want to know, because you talk about God a lot, and I want to kind of know how you work that into all of this, because from the outside, fitness and football, you wouldn't know exactly if you're a Christian or not. But how does God play into this vision of yours, and is that part of your goal to introduce people to God?
Oh yeah. I mean, literally, my spirituality is like everything to me. That is why I'm even anywhere near where I'm at now. If it wasn't for my, you know, faith in God and, you know, His power, I would have still been in a depression. You know, I would have still been going through what I was going through. But everybody knows I have no fear. I have no shame talking about God at all. In all my interviews, you're going to hear that first. You know, no matter how high I ever get, that's who I'm going to continue to talk about. It's not going to be like, oh, let me be quiet now because, you know, I'm here. but I'm very vocal about that. And you know, I knew God at a very young age. I think that's what's different about me. Like, I was super spiritual when I was like a child, like when you shouldn't even really know much about God. But I just had this eerie relationship. Me and my twin brother, for whatever reason, we just, and maybe because of just how our birth happened, you know, we weren't supposed to be here. We were premature. You know, we were not even expected to live, and first twins to ever survive in our family. So everybody always be like, oh, you have all your ancestors behind you and stuff. But man, I can't say enough about God. I mean, he's it. I mean, he's just the reason why I do what I do. And yes, you know, all this is great. You know, making history, doing all these things that I'm doing. But for me, getting on a bigger platform only opens up the doors for me to tell people about his goodness and spread his word and show these children, okay, when you stick to the plan and you stay focused and you keep God first, you keep your family first, you know, you have a good team around you, this is what can happen. For me, it's all about the youth. It's about showing these kids, okay, somebody that look like me has actually become successful doing what I might want to do. And for me, that's bigger than anything. It's about these kids. It's about the next generation. It's about, you know, showing women, okay, we can do what we want to do for real. Like, even play a man's sport. And you know, it's not even about me. Like, everybody's like, oh man, you like got all this stuff happening now, like blah blah blah. I'm like, it's cool, it's great, but I can't take that to the grave with me. You know, I can't take my contract to the grave with me and stuff, you know. So it's all about what I can leave on this earth, and that's all I care about.
It's amazing.
That's amazing.
Yeah, talk about your deal, like that big deal that you just signed, and the league that you're a part of.
Yeah, so I play for the WFLA, that's the league, and I'm gonna play for the Los Angeles Flames, and it's an LA-based team, obviously. And we're going to have 32 teams coming out in 2021. Our official season is in 2021. Our exhibition season starts in May, and we'll be having our first game in Vegas. So y'all make sure y'all come out for it. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, the owner, her name is Lupe Rose, amazing lady. When she told me her vision, you know, I was like, oh, that sounds good. You know, I don't know if that is going to really happen like that. But when she came to me after the whole Olympic thing and she made that offer, I was like, wow. Okay, I mean, it was an offer I couldn't refuse. Yeah. And just seeing how she really helped, like, pioneer this thing, and just like, if you ever talk to her, you can see she speaks with so much passion. And she's all about women empowerment, and the fact that it's a woman, you know, doing this for women is even more powerful to me. So yeah, y'all just be on the lookout. You know, I post about it all the time, so y'all just keep paying attention.
Congratulations. That's phenomenal. You're making history.
Dope. Thank you.
For real.
I appreciate it.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
That's amazing. So I always kind of want to know, what is your end game in this? Like, what do you see, like, the 5 years down the road?
I mean, hopefully I'll have a husband and some children.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, you know, I just want to reach whatever pinnacle I'm supposed to reach, you know, but before I'm 40. And be able to be, you know, travel the world, have fun, again, just continue to give back to the world in whatever way that may be, whether that's my foundation, whether that's going on, you know, doing some missionary work or whatever. But I just want to use every bit of talent that God put in me. That's why, like, I do so many things. People are like, man, you need to chill. Like, just, you got to focus on one thing and stop trying to do this. But I'm like, why? Who told you that you have to only do one thing? And I never lived inside the box. And, like, I think that made people, like, mad sometimes. But, like, I just want to show people that, yo, you really can do whatever you want to do. Like, the world is your oyster for real. If you really put in the time and the energy and have the, you know, persistence and everything that you need, like, you can really do what you want to do. I think people don't really realize, like, how true that statement is. But, like, I'm trying to be a living testimony to that and show everybody that you can do what you want to do. So that's all I care about.
That's amazing.
Do you see yourself, like, coaching or even following in the footsteps of Lupe with, like, you know, ownership or anything like that?
Oh, for sure. Like, I definitely want to, like, I ran track all my life. That's like my foundation. So I definitely want to have my own track club one day. Definitely same thing with football, have like a flag football league. And yeah, maybe one day own one of the teams. So yeah, for sure. Ownership is definitely, that's what you need. So
that's awesome.
So talk about the league some more. So, like, are you guys going to have a television deal? Do you, like, how could we support that league? You know what I mean? So it don't, nothing bad happens to it.
Yeah. So I know they're currently, I know they have a lot of stuff that they're where they're making announcements about later. But I know that's one of the things that they're announcing. They haven't told us yet, but I'm 1,000% sure that that's going to happen. I can't really say too much because I'm just a talent.
Gotcha.
I'm an athlete. I don't know what they got going on behind the scenes, but I'm guessing.
Have you met your teammates yet?
I met a few of them. But like through social media. So I haven't really met them in real life. But in Miami for Super Bowl, we're having like a flag football, like celebrity game or whatever. So a lot of us are going to be out there. So it's going to be, time to mingle and meet people.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
That's really man, you are really making the most of this, and that's impressive. I mean, like just you have a raw talent. Like I said, like she kills people. Like absolutely. Like it's like an and one mixtape on her.
Oh, really?
And so to know that you have that gift, right, and then to be able to build all this around it is amazing. That's kind of what we're trying to teach people how to do, is to God gave you something, figure out what it is, make the best of it, and then make it help other people. So you're doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Yeah. Yeah, that's dope.
So you got our support, and we'll be rooting for you. So you come back anytime, and if you got anything new, whatever, just let us know.
All right. Well, I appreciate y'all.
Show us how to have a lit Instagram page.
I know,
I got you.
right?
I got you.
Teach us.
I
I
teach
mean,
us. I give you some
really.
lessons.
Tell us on the side. You have to tell them.
Yeah. And then also health tips. We need health tips too.
Oh, yeah.
We
I got you.
definitely do need
Yeah,
that.
clearly we do.
Look, I'll say one thing. Go vegan.
Vegan,
Wow.
really? You're doing all this vegan?
I was vegan. I'm pescatarian, but I'm gonna go back.
Really?
But when I tell you, when I was vegan for 6 months, and that's the best I've ever. Like I used to train with NFL players, and like when they was on the ground dying, I'll be like, "What's next? Like what we
Really?
got
How do
going
you
on?"
I've been
get
doing
the
the
most
Daniel fast for
protein
20
out
days.
of the vegan lifestyle, out of the
struggling.
plant-based lifestyle?
Well, you have to be really disciplined.
Yeah.
And I tell people like it's best to have like a dietitian or somebody that has done it for a long time that knows how to help you with the portion sizes, because that's what I didn't do well. Like I did get really, really lean, but it's because I wasn't educated enough on like what I was doing. But slowly I was figuring stuff out.
Gotcha.
But it's so many vegan restaurants.
It's true.
I mean, it's so
It
much.
is.
It's easier to be vegan nowadays than it's ever
You're
been.
right.
So
You're right.
it just depends on what you want to do and how dedicated you want to be to it.
So it's the meat's fault that I'm like this.
I don't like this.
The chicken. The
Chicken
steroids.
for sure. The chicken is like
Chicken
the
is dangerous.
worst. I don't even eat chicken like that no
Jesus,
more.
I love chicken.
What's wrong with chicken?
We
It's
know.
dope.
Look, when you go to other
It's
countries,
dope.
you see the size of chickens compared to ours. I be
Oh,
like,
so it's-
what
Well,
are they
I know
doing to us?
I know
Hormone
that.
chicken.
Yeah,
That's
it's
it.
just like, oh man. Like,
They popping steroids.
But you know what's weird? So when I stopped being vegan, chicken is the one thing that my body just refuses.
Really?
Oh,
Like
wow.
the smell of it,
Yeah.
everything.
I could believe
It's
it.
just like
Over
it's
beef?
weird. Beef? Oh, I'm not gonna talk about beef.
No.
Our body can't break that down properly. So
Wow. So only meat with like fish or?
Yeah, really only fish.
Okay.
fish, like I eat lamb, like goat. stuff like
lamb.
that.
So
and
like,
go.
so like rare
Yeah.
stuff that ain't processed.
I mean, it's still bad, but it's better. It's better.
I didn't
But
realize
really, ain't none of it good to be honest.
Yeah.
You just eat these veggies and fruit and just call it a day.
coming out what it came out the ground, huh?
Damn.
Exactly. Yeah.
Question real quick. Who's your favorite running backs?
Of all time, Barry
Of all time.
Sanders.
Barry, okay.
Right now, Saquon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and the only well, I'm not gonna say the only reason, but they remind me of each other kind of.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And I like Alvin Kamara too.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah.
he's pretty dope.
Yo, man.
Yeah.
Awesome. Noah. Tell them how to find you so
Okay.
they could keep up with you.
Yeah, so y'all can find me on Instagram at TrackBaby001 and Twitter is Santia_Deck and Facebook is Queen of Abs, and you can also keep up with me on my website, which is queenofabs.com.
Awesome.
So,
Awesome.
yeah.
All right, let's get back into it. You in the field with the track stars, Ryan Righteous, Shantana, DJ Jeremiah. Let's go.
Hey guys, Miracle here. Thank you so much for watching that episode. Make sure you go below, like it, subscribe, click the bell, and make sure you follow us on all forms of our social media. Also, check out our website and be sure you spread the word. We'll see you next time.
We know not what we doing. Screw that, they know, let them have it, do it. Okay, I'm erratic, prove it. Never mind, got a mind that'll wind up with me in a lineup behind bars with these bars. Okay, my time's up.
Team Freedom.
Yeah.
We not through yet.
All right.
Trackstarz Music presents.
Turn my volume up, turn me off.